Hey, we're hot.
Oh, we're hot now?
We're hot.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi there.
how is it?
Didn't see you.
How is it
I
today?
really expected you to just, like, look up and go, oh, I didn't know.
You think I reused my joke?
Yes.
No, not
Yes,
at all.
I think you do.
Not at all.
We reused
I think
your joke.
one joke per playthrough is good.
Oh, you smarmy little fuck.
So, hi there to everybody, and hello to German Spy, and
And that piece of shit leech that came in on German Spy's leg.
uninvited guest, Plague of Gripes, storms his way in. Hello.
Plague of Gripes fences his way into the brawl.
Hello, Chad.
Fences his way into the fracas. Fisticuffs.
Just in time for another shitty not let's play this game.
Wow.
There
Nice.
Currently finished in 2 minutes.
Nothing shitty about this though. Wooly's doing a perfect
you
run.
go. Is that your dog in the background,
He
fucker?
has multiple dogs.
That's Plague. Pat, you and I know all about Plague's dogs. They showed up during the Pillars of Eternity stream.
It's true.
Yeah.
They were like, bark, bark.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
oh,
It's no dog in the background.
I
It's
was
a
like,
very,
oh,
very
oh,
small
cool,
dog right
a
next
doggy.
to the mic.
And Plague goes, yeah, whatever. Stupid. I was like, oh, man.
So where are we up to?
Dogs should probably have better
Let's see.
audio
Wooly
than
beat
Pat.
Adjudicator.
Okay.
He beat Phalanx.
Okay.
And he beat Fool's Idol.
Right. So we're just getting to the hot bit of
So
those
it's
stages.
what we got 1, 2. No, he also beat Flame Spider, Armor Spider.
I did beat the
Oh,
spider.
okay.
Yeah, so it's got 1, 2, 2, 2,
Mhm.
3, 2, 4, 2, and 5, 1.
Yeah.
Because everyone
'Cause
leaves
5, yeah.
that shit till the end.
Best stage.
Oh, you are a liar.
They're-
You are a shit
They're all
liar.
best stage.
Well, you know, it's one of the best worst stages. I can get on board with that.
Yeah. There's an appeal to it for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Liam.
There's nothing like fighting Celine Vinland for the first time and realizing what her sword does.
It goes right through.
Goes
Alright.
right through your shield.
Yeah.
Apparently you guys sound a little quiet, so I'm turning you up to see if it
Turn those guys
sounds
up.
better.
Okay. I hope it's obnoxiously loud now.
Yes.
Be
Yes.
careful what you wish for, man.
What was I gonna say? I don't know, man. I really liked, out of all the swamp levels, Farron Keep is probably my favorite.
Well,
it is my
that's-
least favorite.
No, you're
by
wrong,
far.
Plague. It's
I
good.
hate that area.
Did you see that there was a wolf there? You
It's-
pet him and it was cool.
It's good, and also Dark Souls 3 is the best one. And
Whoa!
Also,
Really?
and also every game except the first one is the best one. So
Every game except. Is that? Do you mean demons or do you mean Dark?
I
One?
mean, every game except for Dark Souls 1 is the best one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Especially
They're all
Dark
equally
Souls
ranked
2.
except for the best one. I mean, the worst.
especially Dark Souls.
Dark
2.
Souls 2 is the best one if you like bad games.
Hashtag Souls War 2016.
That was
Thanks, Marcus.
neat.
On the cusp of a new age of waifu wars, do we really need the end of a Souls war at the same time?
well,
Are
just
you talking about Persona 5?
just wait until
can't tell
there's
the difference.
just wait until there's the new Techno Souls or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Or Armored Souls, please. Come on. And people get to argue over what's the coolest variant of the Moonlight Greatsword. Is it the robot version or is it the sword version?
It's the one from Ninja
Grease
Blade.
doesn't look too great.
Is
Grease is kind of
are
a
you serious?
brown.
Shit, I gotta look that up right now.
And also, the president's father appeared. The president, what's his fucking name? From Metal Wolf.
yeah, and Andrew Wilson.
His father appears and beats someone up in that game.
Yeah, and he is in that game, isn't
Yeah.
he? As a CIA operative.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
How do I
Cool
play
game.
this game again, Liam?
Circle is roll, circle is jump,
Got it.
and circle is all you need.
Got it. That's all I
It's
need.
it's the same as Dark Souls 3. Although, wait, Wool, you haven't been behind the controller of Dark Souls 3, have you?
I have not. All right, so
Well, yeah, there it is. There's the Moonlight Greatsword and Ninja Blade.
I'm pretty low on on
Looks exactly the
Moongrass.
same.
Do you have any other types of it, or just that one right now? You got 10 full, but yeah, you've got barely any regular one.
I vividly remember prior to maybe an hour into the last stream, Will was like, "Man, I barely remember how to play this. Next time we do this stream, I'm gonna play it for like an hour and get some herbs before you guys come over."
Unfortunately, that
and then
didn't happen.
and
That
then
worked
Wooly
out great.
remembered that and then decided to lie.
Well, you can buy 4 of them if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
whatever.
I mean, you're not gonna do anything with 600.
Demon
souls.
Souls is easy and for babies. Like,
Well, it's easy to say that now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really,
You'll come
really
back
easy to say
alive.
that
5
now.
games in.
I was talking to some friends of mine, and like, is Bloodborne the hardest one?
Well, they
No.
changed the combat in Bloodborne a lot. It's faster.
I
but-
think like Bloodborne's DLC might be the hardest one.
Orphan of Kos is probably the hardest.
Well, Liam, you have a little bit of a bias on that, don't you? Because you started the DLC in like New Game Plus 3.
I did,
right?
and Ludwig was nightmarishly like I can't understate how hard he was.
Yeah, because you're much better at
Alright,
these games
turning
than
them
we
a
are.
little bit more.
Evidently not, because Ludwig kicked my ass 500 times.
Ludwig kicked my ass up and down on New Game, and then I summoned some help and cheesed him out.
Right.
So if I'm
I
not
should do
The
that.
weird thing,
Go
weird
ahead.
thing about Bloodborne is that it's kind of basic running around enemies are fairly easy, but the bosses
Yeah.
ramp up in difficulty.
It feels like
way
a
higher
complete
than the-
switch from Dark Souls 3, where most of the bosses have been relatively normal, but some of the regular enemies have been way harder than the bosses.
Like the Crab
Oh,
King.
I've had more trouble
The
with
Crab
regular
Kings are
enemies than I have
crazy!
with bosses.
All right, so
the all bow down to the crab god.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
When you
Oh,
when
oh,
you hit
yeah,
when you
yeah,
hit
well-
the lake and there's like 6 crabs, like fuck that.
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
saw. I may see that
Yeah.
in the future.
I wasn't sure if that episode's live.
No,
I know you've
it's
gotten
not.
there, but yeah.
No,
we won't
well,
be
you-
we
you
won't be
guys-
spoiling anything in there.
no.
by
The
way.
future episodes upcoming include the Cathedral, the Deep, the Catacombs, and etc.
Okay.
You guys have an increasing list of new characters for your canon, though.
We got
You've
Lucky
got
Ted.
Casual Balrog.
Casual
Lucky Ted.
Casual
Balrog.
Balrog.
Yeah.
Never
Now
forget.
you've
Both
got
of which have
Area
been
Denial
voiced.
Arthropod.
Area denial arthropod.
Area Denial. I don't remember that one.
that I don't remember that
That's the
either.
spider.
I
No,
think
that-
he
that-
just
that's a
made
new
that one
one.
up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not mistaken, the spider was the Archstone way over there,
It was the
You
second
did
one,
the
yeah.
first level of all of them,
Yeah.
except for the Valley of Defilement.
except for this one.
And
This is a good one too.
it's
Then let's continue that and complete the first level.
yeah.
It's yeah.
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 All right.
Bear
You
in
know-
mind that first sentence of the second paragraph, overtaken by poison and plague.
Ah.
That's the kind of area you're going into.
You're
so.
gonna see Eli down there. Ha 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 ha
Yay!
ha.
Yay!
No.
Yay!
Wooly, to be fair, the merchant there does sell poison restoring items.
Yes.
Okay.
So, your call. You want to go for it? Go for it.
This
I
is
won't
the
try to
area
stop
that
you.
I'm already warping in.
This is the this is the zone that I fought the most scraping spear idiots. Like they seem to like to hang out here for some reason.
Oh, not
sounds
not
Well,
tower.
For some reason, Pat, think
well,
about
that's I fought like the last time I played demons, I fought like 6 scraping spear guys in just 5-1, and I didn't see a single other one in the entire rest of the game.
it. Well, because this is already a troll enough area.
Because
Just
there's
in
trolls
PvE.
there.
Yeah.
Ah.
Nobody even wants to go there to be an asshole.
Someone shut him up.
God.
This is my stream too, fuckers.
Technically.
I think actually Valley of Defilement might be my favorite of the swamp areas,
Really?
except for the fact that it's too long.
Do you mean specifically 5-1, or are you including the whole thing?
Later, well, yeah, I'm just the whole thing. Basically.
Okay. Yeah, 5-2 is too long.
Mhm.
It's
Well,
too long.
5-1 is long enough. I mean, the whole descent to the swamp.
Yeah, no, that's
is,
really cool, but
really-
the swamp itself is ridiculous. It's-
So let me just look as anti-poison materials. Do I even have any? What do they look like?
yeah,
they
you,
heal
yeah,
from
you
poison and
passed them.
plague,
It
you
was
just
it
passed
was like a
them.
widow's lotus.
And the one
So
above,
that
and the
that's
one
for
above it as well.
plague, and then that's for
Royal
poison.
Lotus. Okay.
You got him.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Wooly, just an interesting little. Since you guys are trying your best to stay on top of the lore of Dark Souls 3 and have with the series as you've gone, just an interesting environmental point. When you get to the top of this scaffold, aim the camera up as high as you can and try and look at the sky.
Okay.
Huh. I'm not familiar.
You gotta get
But
higher.
yeah, you gotta
Wanna
get higher.
up.
Just
Okay.
just go forward
Yeah.
and you'll eventually get to
Not
the right
and when he
place.
says forward, he doesn't mean right
Not
off this
literally
cliff.
Not
forward,
literally.
No,
off
no,
the
not
cliff
to walk
forward.
off.
There's an item right there.
There. Okay, so this is as good of a time to explain this as anything. People have noticed in the DS3 LP, the DS2 LP, the Bloodborne LP, and right now, just now, this 1 second, that there is some kind of extreme tunnel vision going on with the people playing, and they miss items constantly.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna need
It's the LP tax.
well, there's that, but there's also just rust right now from like just straight up not touching the controllers.
Well, it's a good thing you're in a rusty place like the Valley of Defilement.
It's made of
Shut
wood.
up.
It is made of wood.
That will be.
I am
Plague's-
not giving you that at all.
That is.
Thank
that
you,
will be.
Liam.
That will be Plague's contribution to this stream.
There you go. Now you got it.
So now you're at the top of the scaffold, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Ah!
Whoa.
Yeah. No, this place is bullshit.
Okay. All right. So pink is poison, white is plague.
Plague.
Yeah. You should probably arrange your items better, honestly.
Yeah, I'm about to.
And you won't need plague.
I'm about to.
There's no plague in this
Oh,
level.
well, good to know then.
So from right about where you killed that first guy, you can aim the camera up to the sky and see the opening of the valley, and you can actually see the sky outside. So
You forgot the
I
plague
wanted to
one.
call this.
He said I didn't need it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't.
okay. Yeah, not for a while, but
I want to look up the sky. Huh.
Okay, so you're straight up in a crack right now.
You're in a valley. It quite literally is a.
This is a tiny
crevice.
ass little valley.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is this things betwixt?
this is Anne Orlando. Pat.
I
This
am.
is
yeah,
Anne
that-
Orlando.
That's what it is.
So somebody mentioned.
That Solaire is the hat
so
right there.
somebody said me yelling out that dusk turned into a tree was obviously making fun. No, it was not. That was super real. But now that I am a ridiculous caricature, I might as well turn into it full blown.
I cannot get back up.
Nope,
Nope.
You made a mistake.
Keep going forward.
No, that you're fine.
You
Keep
you
going
can just
forward.
roll through that
Debris.
fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, I forgot that we equipped Wooly with like a bullshit regen setup.
But that's great. So
It's so weak in DS3. Like I tried to
Have you
recreate
tried
it,
it out?
Yeah.
and it's
You got
super
a
weak.
pile on top of itself. Like you need a shit ton of HP regen stuff to even feel it at all.
it's so not worth it in Dark 3. I ran around with the regen ring for a long time.
Is
So
it
I was
just-
like, yeah,
is
I
it
love
just
this ring.
slower?
It's
It's-
too slow. You just
Wooly-
don't get any real benefit from it.
In this game, with the items you have
broken.
on now, one tick happens about every second, and it's I want to say maybe 1/20th of your total HP.
Yeah,
of
you
right
can
now.
look at your HP restoring.
Like, look,
rapidly.
you can look at it
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Okay.
That's quite.
In
that's quite fast.
DS3, even with both like 2 or 3 HP regens,
It probably takes like 10 seconds to get one of those pips.
yeah.
Like, it's
Okay,
crazy.
okay.
So you can go that way, or you can
Yeah,
get the items to the left.
No, I noticed, and
Okay.
I'm assuming one
They're
is
both
progression.
safe routes. but-
Yeah, well, quote
I
unquote.
mean,
safe.
yeah.
Relatively.
This
The
is
other
one of
crazy
those
thing-
areas
ahead,
that's
Pat.
just built and stacked on
Yeah.
top of each other in a very confusing manner. There's a lot of like ladders and falling down onto shit.
And there are multiple paths here. There are branches
Ah,
that you can take,
You
which
kick that
all kind
motherfucker
of
off.
lead into each other. So if you feel like you missed something, don't worry about it. Once you
Hey.
drop
Watch out.
down, you often cannot
Great.
go back up.
Actually, you barely took any damage. So.
Morning Star.
Yep.
All right.
That would help if you fought skeletons or dudes that are tough and hard,
Like
like the mole
a black
people.
katana skeleton.
It's weaker than what I'm holding.
Oh, totally, dude. 99% of things that you find will be weaker than the thing you're holding. Like items that you just find in the world.
Although
It's fine. You can
there
take it.
is-
You can take it. Your regen is so good.
It's
Well, and
really
it-
good.
If you can get through these
regen
enemies,
might
you'll be
be a-
fine.
His regen might be about to get a little bit better because if I remember correctly, there should be a blessed mace somewhere in the area below him. on one of the
Yeah.
branching paths.
I only know. I think I'm 100% sure it's in 5.1, but I don't remember at all where it is. Actually, I
remember
can
where it
check.
is.
I have the power.
It's been a good fucking minute since I played this shit.
I remember it like the back of my hand. There should be a blessed mace on one of the branching paths.
Oh,
where you
Wooly, I
drop.
have a piece of advice that I'm sure I gave you before, but we both forgot it. Because the shield part of that shield is trash, you're better off just two-handing your weapon and using it just for the regen.
I deflected a couple of strikes.
okay.
It's an okay shield. I think its physical
And I'm
damage reduction is something
I'm-
like 85 or 90.
Man, look at
I'm
that
also-
health.
Especially on a region build.
I'm also killing in 2 swings, Pat.
Look
so
at that fucking health
yeah, so
go.
it's not so bad right now.
Oh my
No,
god.
it is-
I know it's like a fucking
thing-
race.
blocking and only taking 85% of it or something, then he's still going to regen most
Yeah,
of it.
he
anyways.
regens it right away. And the thing is, this isn't even as powerful as regen can get in this game. In this game, the regen ring itself is ridiculous. You can stack that with the Adjudicator Shield and a Blessed Weapon, and it ends up regenning something like 10 or 12 HP per tick. So you never need grass again
Yeah, I
unless
forget
you're
how the
you know,
hell you
fighting
get
a
that.
boss.
They got
And-
super paranoid about
Drop
HP
from
regeneration
up there.
in the
Yep.
next few games.
Well, in DS2, like, it felt like a real big walk back when they gave you a regen ring after DS1 didn't have one and had Estus system. And in DS3,
Right.
like, the system returns, but it's bordering on useless.
But the regen ring in DS2 was garbage, and that was all they gave you. There was no other way. Like
Yeah,
in-
but you had
in
life
Demons-
gems.
Well, you had life gems, but those were consumables. You know, you didn't have something passive.
Yeah, but
at
they were
all times
super
other than the
cheap.
ring.
They're
Well,
still consumables
sure.
though. Like
We're all aware of the life gem problem, Pat. We know.
And
Okay, I'll
now
stop.
they've gone back to the blessed weapon system in DS3, but very, very nerfed.
I
from
like
what it
I
is
like
in
putting a
this game.
blessed weapon in your offhand just for funsies until I realize, like, oh, it doesn't do
it's a huge
shit.
problem for me because it's doing nothing.
Like
You're just
simple,
wasting your time.
simple is the new regen ring, like a simple like shield. Like
Yeah,
that's
in
actually
3, if you have something that regenerates FP, then it, like with some weapon arts, you only need one
Yeah.
ability to trigger. So that's pretty much the only reason why you'd be using it.
yeah, like the one that I see used the most often is like the Cestus, where you pop you know, you get it to +6 or fucking whatever, and then you put the simple on it, and then you have a like a regular long sword, so you can use the stand shit
Wooly.
every 4 seconds.
I just saw the stream catch up and you fall through the roof there.
Yeah.
Everyone falls through that goddamn roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna fall through every hole that I can.
So that blessed mace is directly below here, if memory serves.
So
There's
you
a
should be
spot
dropping
can
off to
drop
the left. Yeah.
Yeah, something little plank. You walk off the plank.
And the blessed mace is going to
Hope
do
you can take
basically
the
the
hit.
same thing as your crescent falchion.
Okay,
but,
drops
it'll regen.
That seems like a massive drop.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can take the hit.
drops are safer in this game, right? Because that's what I was
They're
learning.
much,
are.
much safer. Yes.
Everything is a safer drop compared to DS2.
I'm not going to tell you
Alright.
what else is down below here. I'm just
Swing
going
your
to
sword.
with
Almost
it,
as
but-
bad places.
Yeah. Perfect. He made it.
No,
Good.
not
You
at
would have been
all.
safer had you dropped a little on the other side because it's higher, but you may not have the health to survive the drop.
Okay, yeah, that distance is too high.
Whoa!
Quite clear.
Did you see that?
What?
That piece of wood just flipping out.
Yeah. Well.
I love it.
So, Wooly,
Yes.
that pile of straw a little bit to your left where you died there,
Dropped on the wrong side.
Oh, you're kidding
that's
me.
where you want to
yeah.
land.
There's
Yeah,
like
you're supposed to land in a little bird's nest looking like thing. You're not supposed to drop off onto the cliff.
there's like soft land like objects.
Well, what happens
That's a
is that
first.
that
a
that
little bit
pile
higher.
of straw conceals an elevation difference that would have saved you. It's obtuse. It's weird.
It's not
I
that-
died.
It's not that obtuse. Like they're giving you a signal that this is a different piece of land. I find.
It's just so interesting to me
Yeah,
to watch like Wooly be watching me play DS3, which is the most mechanically cleaned up of them all, and
By
then
far,
go
yes.
back to this where it's like, oh, I forgot
hear
about
the
that
cogs
ghetto
turning.
shit.
Yeah, well, and I think the intent there was they did that on purpose with the elevation difference in the straw pile, because hey, look, it's something soft; it'll break your fall, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're handing you a sword and you grip it by the blade and it's like, it doesn't work.
But it would work if you did that. It would be like a good club.
Actually, that actually is a...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
real
yeah,
thing.
Although probably not with a scimitar, that would probably be a bad idea.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
whoa, hey. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's an item right to your left. There's an item right there. A couple of them. Watch out for that plank. It'll fall through.
I can see it looks
Yeah.
shaky.
There's another item just over there. So
Yeah.
just-
Yeah,
Perfect.
I love this.
This is intended. This is intended play.
This is working as intended.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those clutch drops. Oh no!
All right.
This is gold.
Yeah, Wooly.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go like
Yeah.
drop through one of those, or maybe there'll be a path that way you can land on.
All right. What looks
So,
Maybe you could
The
just do a
drop
Wooly-
the drop through the plank is safe.
Yeah. 'Cause
but
it'll
it
just-
drops
Wooly,
you into
you
a
have
bunch of
just-
dudes.
You've just accidentally discovered one of those branching paths with hidden items.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, look,
bunch.
more.
No one
Man.
down here? Alright.
There is one thing that I do really like about the Valley of Defilement,
There you go.
particularly 5.2, and that's that of all the swamp areas, it most accurately can be described as like an abyssal shithole. It's the worst location to live out of all of them.
And they make explicitly clear that people do live there and have for a long time.
It looks like the most filthy, jank-ass.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the,
Ring of magical dullness. Are you serious, guys?
it'll dull your magic up, bro.
Well, see, the thing is, Wooly, if you're using a pure melee build and you don't care about casting spells ever again,
Yeah.
you put that ring on, give less magic damage, but take less. So,
Might be more useful if you ever encountered much of anything that ever used magic.
Yeah, I think you only
Well-
scrolled down to the Ring of Magical Sharpness, by the way, Wooly.
Oh, did I not look at the right ring? Oh,
Pretty
shit.
sure you looked at the Ring of Magical Sharpness.
Whoops.
the ring of magical dullness is more useful against other players, I find, and even
Yeah,
then,
lowers magic power, raises magic defense.
since you only have 2 ring slots in this game, there are better uses for a ring slot. than
Man,
And I'm wearing the regenerator and the.
Claim.
I hope
Yeah.
we get 10 ring slots in the next game. That's what makes sense
No,
to
no,
me.
20's where it's at, dude.
Okay, that's a little tough.
I agree. Every one
I
for
hope
every
you can
fucking
start the
finger.
game as a ring.
Choose your ring type, yeah.
Somebody sent me a video of like, Pat, if you want to beat DS3, you got to learn to drift, and it was them fighting Manus as the car from Initial D, and just drifting around him.
That's sick.
It's really good. I would love that kind of shit.
Well,
The
PS3,
car
that's-
ring.
Yeah.
PS3 punishes drifting. If you just drift around an enemy and strafe them, you're gonna get shield bashed in your face.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Especially after they took
you
out
don't
the
get
ability to
special
hang your back wheel in the gutter. Like that was really paramount to doing it in any of the other games.
It was really
and
clutch.
Removing the gutters just completely nerfs it.
Well, there you go, Wooly. You found your bloodstain.
You can look down there again and you'll see where you're intended.
Yeah. So on the left side,
once the
there,
screen clears
see
up,
that
see?
see that shit?
Straight ahead.
Yeah, straight ahead. In fact, yeah,
Oh, okay. So it's like a leap of faith.
yeah. But you're gonna want to have your health at full.
Yeah, maybe just wait for that to tick up.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
so
yeah.
how's you guys' Mother's Day? You guys call your moms?
I did.
And
I
fall
did.
off the right side this time.
Fall off the right side?
No,
No,
what-
the
Plague,
correct-
shut up.
the correct side.
The correct side. I was like,
Blake,
the right
shut
side is
up.
where the blood
Yes.
is.
The
No, I just
correct
wanted
way-
to hear Wally go, oh, okay, and just jump off.
Yeah.
No!
Aye, aye, aye. All right, and that's the fog
the
door.
the
All right.
Hold the gun
best
firmly. Put it in my mouth? No!
the best way to walk off of this thing is straight ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no birds that
Straight
lead.
ahead.
Listen to Spy,
There's no
not
like
to Plague.
Assassin's Creed birds to lead me.
And
There you go.
Pumperum,
Yeah.
Pickle Pete.
don't drop that.
Don't drop that
Bumper
bumper
rum.
rum.
Don't drop that pickle pea.
That's a
Did you
horny
guys-
ass bird.
Do you guys remember that old image of a crow holding a steak knife in
Yeah,
its mouth?
I sure
absolutely.
do.
I've got that
Uh,
like my
yeah,
wallpaper
that-
on my phone.
Somebody tweeted that to me with the Pickle Pea quotes from the Dark Souls 3 birds.
No, it's fantastic.
That was great.
Ephemeral Eyes is a humanity or
Yeah.
a
Puts you back to life.
What's the fucking Dark Souls 2 one? Human Effigy.
Human effigy.
That's a cool name. That's probably the coolest name
It
of them
is.
all.
It is.
Human effigy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
actually like
nice.
Stone of Ephemeral Eyes the least because it's like the most vague.
Oh, you're not dead. Okay.
What
Well,
what does it
it's-
have to do with shit?
Yeah.
Its name was actually mistranslated. It's supposed to be Ephemeral Eye Stone. And they chose the word
Yeah.
ephemeral. It's very vague to mean that when you use it, it disappears because you know.
So Wooly,
ephemeral.
do me a
Yeah, of
favor.
course. No, for sure.
The
But I think all the other
the
ones are a lot
next
cooler.
time you get poisoned
nonetheless.
and there's no enemies around, take a minute
And see
to
if
watch
it'll-
your health.
to
Yeah.
see if the regen will battle.
I think your
It'll
regen
fight.
was canceling it out.
Yeah.
It is, and it's actually outpacing it, and you're still restoring health.
Okay.
So, somewhere in here, there should be a blessing.
Man, these guys
There
are
you go.
gross
Cool.
and filthy and gross.
Grab that out. Yeah.
Story.
Hit
soldier.
that blood thing.
It's pulsing.
Shoot it with an arrow then.
Do we have that as an option?
I
We
have an
must.
arrow equipped. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one arrow.
I forget how to fucking aim.
Triangle.
Hold R.
R what?
No,
Is it
not
R-
in this game then. Triangle.
Triangle.
Yeah, you have to dual hand it. It's true. Yeah.
And then
And then
L1.
R. Or is it L1? No, it's R.
L1 is to aim.
Yeah. R.
Yeah, L1.
L1 was aim, right? Okay, that's how.
There
it was.
you go.
Even in Dark 3, From still refuses to make a good aiming system.
They refuse.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that in the Neo video you
Yeah,
uploaded.
because in
recently
Neo
about
it
the
works.
bow, yeah?
It
In
works
Neo,
like a
it's like-
gun.
yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic in Neo, yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Hey!
There's no good reason for From
So
to keep
Wooly, if
doing
you
it
want
the
to
way they're
turn your
doing,
regen up to 11,
which you should.
which you should because you're doing it,
So, hold on a second. That fucking blood creature thing was
Yeah.
just
it's just a tick.
That,
It's not so
that
scary
was
at
a
all.
tick.
okay, and that
And when you hit them once, they deflate.
okay, so
Yeah.
and they contain,
Like a penis.
and they contain
Yeah.
items. I guess that's what I'm supposed to infer.
Well,
from
they're
that.
regular
Great
enemies.
analogy, Pat.
They don't contain
can-
items.
They're, it
Well,
was
they
sitting on
can
an item.
drop stuff.
That one
They,
happened to be. They appear as regular enemies.
So
they don't-
Wooly, you're
they're
gonna
not
lose a
special.
very slight amount of damage here, but you're gonna gain a different damage
Yeah, do
type.
it.
Instead of magic, you're gonna be doing holy damage.
Yeah, which is
Um,
good.
It's the same in this game, though.
Really? Is it? Seriously?
Yeah, they don't differentiate. Blessed
man.
and Crescent both just do
But
magic
you're
damage.
you're trading MP regen, which the Crescent one gave you, which is kind of
for
useless for you.
HP.
Yeah.
And
Magic's for losers.
How do you get the description again?
square
Square.
Yeah.
There you go.
and square.
There you go.
All right.
Lots of spikes. Good for the church.
I honestly always preferred the Morning Stars to the to the maces because the bleed effect makes it like less interesting than not interesting at all.
Maces did us good in DS2.
Yeah. Well,
So-
super good in DS2 in the early game.
Not gonna complain about that.
It's pretty good in
Just
DS1.
knock down that plank is where you're going.
I was looking over the weapons we have in
plank,
DS3.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah, there you go.
shocking lack of strike weapons in the early game in DS3.
And in general,
There you
a lack of pure strength weapons as
Oh,
well.
man,
Like
you've
you
been
can get the
on
great
about
axe
that.
and the high wall, but
Of course, one of the problems with 3 is that they try to encourage people to actually invest minute
Yeah,
amounts
fight 20
into
rats.
dexterity and everything else.
yeah, I've been getting that a lot. Like, I
Caught the plague.
I wanted I wanted a pure
Hey, Pat,
strength
you were
weapon. and it's
wrong.
mostly
You're right.
quality.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, I'm good and I never get by the rats.
Oh yeah, have fun with this.
Now,
Also,
luckily,
Yeah, look at
Wooly,
your
the
health.
merchant.
luckily
the
Wooly
merchant is
is
directly
beating
above
the
you.
plague with his gear.
It's beating. So what does plague do different from?
It's stronger. It's stronger poison, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Not only is it stronger poison, but it decreases your stamina regeneration.
That's my
rate in
favorite
Demon's
enemy in the
Souls.
game.
The rat.
No, coming up.
So
No.
Oh, those. Oh.
okay, so there's
Yeah.
there's nothing to
That guy.
okay. There's nothing here indicating when my plague's gonna run out.
There's
Right?
the there's no bars.
No, no
They're-
bar
They
anymore, yeah.
exist
Or not in
in
this
Demon Souls, but
That's a
they're
human
hidden.
being.
They don't show them to you.
That sucks. Okay.
He hasn't gone up and talked to what's her face.
Won't you buy
He
something?
is now.
My poor child is hungry.
Yeah, you're gonna feed the child with souls.
You don't deserve
There is
to
just
die.
for curiosity's
So
sake.
let me
Life
give you
Bar's
some
hilarious.
advice.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
great, isn't it?
Place is
There
buzzing
is
with
a
pests.
model for this woman's
Fattened on
child
fresh
in the game
souls.
data.
In
Please
order to protect
feed my
yourself, you
unmodeled
must keep
child.
a
He's
low
No,
so
there's a
budget.
model for him.
The
But he
price
was
of survival can never
Because
be
well,
too
I'm
high,
telling
Please
them.
feed
You
my
know
cut
this
child.
already.
Listen to these Dark Souls pros arguing.
And
Listen to this.
How
the
many
general
years
suspicion
has
is
it
he
been?
was cut from the game because
That
if he were in the
witch's
game, there would be
dryer came to this
assholes
valley
like
with that
Eli who would just
squid-headed
kill him.
knight.
Yeah.
Those
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous white
Squid-headed
robes
knight.
of hers. I swear I caught her glaring at my
Yeah,
son in
you'll
disgust.
find more about him
Yes,
later.
yes, it's
I'm not
true.
gonna-
She is
That
as
dude's a
nasty
pro.
as they come. And she's a demon to boot.
So
Doesn't surprise
hungry.
me.
Doesn't even have a single vector to his name.
In order to protect your
Nice,
the price
Eli.
of survival.
So she sells good ass
know,
healing
isn't it-
items.
Okay.
It's way better that she doesn't have a child there because it makes her look crazy.
Yeah.
A little
That's
bit,
true.
yeah.
And a
That's
mace.
true.
And a war pick.
You don't want that.
No, I don't.
You never want it.
Talisman of
I
God.
want that. I don't want to use it, but I want it.
Yeah, I could go with a
Yeah,
war
you
pick.
get everything right, but then you never touch it. So.
Miracles.
Well, I do use it, but I just don't use it a shit ton or anything. I use it long enough to be like, oh, I wish this was better.
Oh, is this like a poison arrow?
Yep.
Nice.
Yes,
Cool. And
the original
chain
poison arrow.
Oh, now I'm happy. Yeah.
helmet. Okay.
You guys haven't found the war site yet, have you?
I don't.
No,
I don't
well, it's
remember
down
doing
below,
that.
Eli.
Excuse me, folks.
It's-
Yeah, that's what I remember.
It's in 5-2.
Okay.
Always found that funny.
All right. Well, she's
They
a bit
have a war
pricey
site for
right now.
demons.
Curses
Yeah,
always
no,
do
and
it.
you
then
don't
they
get very
never
many
brought it
souls from
back
the beginner
again.
enemies
Did
in
that
this
witch
area.
send
So.
you
And then they
to
start
torment it?
mistakenly naming the
General
Bardiche
thing, Wooly,
a
is that
scythe.
each like level forward will give an increasing amount of souls.
Yeah. So all the 1-1 and like 2-1, 3-1, etc. All those levels will give you very little, which is why you've got shit souls right now.
Shit.
But once you get to the
This should
2-2
be the next game.
stuff, yeah, shit souls, yeah. You'll start getting stuff appropriate for your level. Yeah, perfect.
All right. So
There we
poison
go.
doesn't even fucking matter. You're just gonna run away, aren't you?
You're taking a
Well,
little
it
bit
doesn't
of
matter
damage.
to you with that regen, no.
Might be a bad idea to chase that guy without, fighting. You need to heal. You need to heal right now, dude.
Poison plague don't do anything.
You need to keep healing.
Yeah.
Because you've got both. You need to use status ailment items.
All right. I'll do this, and I'll do this,
Just use both if you want, honestly.
and that should be good.
Yeah. Now you're kind of neutral.
Yeah, I'm going up. I'm going up.
Yeah.
I
you're
just saw
neutral
what
now.
happened on stream. It just caught up, and yeah,
Okay.
poison and plague don't matter on their own. They matter when you have a guy with a firebrand weapon poking you.
Okay, so basically, then these guys, their blood explosion is not great. So
Not great for you.
I love
I mean, would you want to get that all over you?
any sort of enemy that pulses is really nice. Or it undulates, or any word
nothing
like
in there.
that.
There's an item behind. No, like I said before, that's not a standard for these enemies.
Yeah, okay,
That
okay.
one was just on an item.
and dark grass.
Quivers.
Poor
Poor
guy.
So
guy.
Wooly, I don't know how big you are on fashion souls, but there's a set of equipment, a fairly light set of robes, not too far from here, that you might like.
Yeah, it's very.
Hey, that guy just killed himself.
very haute
Not
couture.
yet. I didn't get the souls yet. Oh, there we go. All right.
I love that message. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's super alive.
Trap.
It's not a trap. The trap is that you think there's a trap.
You know what I miss most in Dark Souls 3? There is not a funny positioned skeleton that I can leave that message next to.
There you go. Good stuff.
Well, yeah,
killed
but
you,
there are
sir?
still
That guy.
That
there
guy.
are corpses hanging off railings, Eli. You can put the try
Oh, it's
tongue
like-
butthole message.
I know.
So
The guy leaning over.
Everybody does now because apparently that's
Are you using heavy attacks? Or?
You gotta eat that
No, that
booty
was
like
light.
groceries.
So yeah, like the 6 points of damage are just enough for them to survive.
Does plague never
The third
fucking
swing.
wear off on its own?
it does. It just takes a long time. Plague does, I think, something like 1,300-ish damage before it wears off.
That's crazy.
So it
What?
sticks around a long time.
More than it's wanted.
Yeah.
The
overstays
Saint
its
stuff didn't
welcome.
come with a mask.
Okay, so these are all just caster shit as well.
Yeah, but they look.
Well, not even
they look
so
pretty.
much, but yeah, and they're light.
Don't you want to look pretty?
Right.
Well,
That's
that
just-
was for the
that's
stuff
telling
you just
about
did.
that item.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just for fashion's sake if you're interested in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I completely forgot about the Blessed Mace. I feel like I want to run through Demon Souls again and run like this build. Like the fucking bullshit regen build.
Yeah, Pat, one of my favorite.
You should
and
grab all
this
those items
was
behind you. Yeah.
without leveling up at all, was just a starting level knight with a Blessed Mirrodin hammer, the Adjudicator shield, the regen ring, and the regeneration miracle. Even without leveling up at all, you're basically invincible, unless something can do enough
What's the
damage to
game-
one-shot you.
Sorry,
What is
Plague.
your fetish with SO1s, anyways?
People ask me that all the time. It's just because in Demon Souls, Soul Level 1 challenge runs were a thing, and I
Yeah.
got into them very early on and have always enjoyed them. So
It's a fun style of run. I always used to do that in the handheld Castlevania games. Like
I
Super-
feel like in DS1 they were a lot more viable because of the bullshit things you could do.
yeah.
Like I could see myself doing it in DS1, but never in like Dark Souls 1.
Is this where I was?
On
They were-
DS1,
yeah.
you can get a bunch of soft humanity
So
and
you're
just go
back at the,
chaos and just go crazy.
Yeah,
I hate
well,
that
it-
system.
You don't want to go up.
I want to go to the other fog door that I didn't go into.
Yeah, so you can go either way, honestly. But if you fall, you'll take damage. So you just want to go back. It'll be easier.
There
I
is
thought it
something
was
to be
up.
said about
It's
no
not up.
scaling
You came from up.
options, but
Well, and about, you know, like, soul level 1 runs are most viable in demons because there's the most, like, the weapons like the Bastard Sword and the Claymore have no dexterity requirement, so you don't have to level up to be able to use them. You can two-hand them right out of the gate. And then there's, of course, Hyper Mode. You don't need to be able to have the stats for the Morian Blade to get its buff.
Yeah.
You just need to be low on health,
so-
which is no problem.
Exactly.
Go right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm trying to remember
This
where
way,
the
this way.
rats came from.
That away.
Yeah, that's where the rats
And then
was at.
down, and you'll find the merchant by going down, and then
Yeah,
if you go
got
down
it.
further,
And
you're
then
at the
that's
rats.
where the rats were. Yeah, okay.
This place is kind of a
Yeah.
mess.
in DS1, as a pyromancer
Fucking
with a
killed her.
lightning
What the
weapon,
hell?
Beast, what are you doing to me?
What the hell was
Oh,
that?
no.
Beggars can fight back, you scurvy rat!
Did I attack you?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
Send her to join her son.
Just by landing her?
I remember when I was at the
Landing on
mall
her.
with Wooly, and he jumped over the Mr. Pretzel stand and like stood on the manager.
So is
and
she
then
aggro
just walked
forever?
out.
No,
No,
you
no.
only did a little bit.
So
you have to
You have to
damage
do
her a
like
little bit
20
more.
or 30%, right?
Basically, she's fucking
Yeah.
pissed, but she's
She'll-
not swinging
she'll
at
cool
you.
off.
All right.
So she'll cool
Right.
off.
Bear in mind, though, and I think all of us said this at the very
Okay.
beginning, there is no partner NPC.
No, there's no
Yeah,
way to fix
so-
that shit.
Yeah, so don't kill anyone.
What's
I-
3
I-
damage between Brennan?
I
Yeah.
really, really love
Exactly.
DS3's system, and that is if you kill an NPC, you get their ashes, and you can cash it in at the Handmaiden in order to, like, just have that
out.
NPC.
You're all out.
Yeah.
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 Good.
All
All
right.
right.
Don't ask
Good
me to
luck,
explain
Wooly.
the ash system.
Good
You
luck.
give
Oh,
somebody
you
their...
brought me a corpse. Good.
This is my favorite
Oh, I
enemy in the game. This is like easily my favorite enemy in the game.
Why is that?
Because if he just runs at you, you kind of get surprised at how big he is.
Yeah, he's quite large.
Because he doesn't
He
look.
looks a lot
Wow.
smaller.
Get flattened.
He looks a lot smaller in the
Oh,
distance,
no,
exactly.
shit,
and then
shit,
this
shit.
happens.
God damn it.
Your regeneration abilities won't save you from that
It's,
shit.
it's really, really not uncommon to die there, just
Oh, man.
because
Okay.
you can't tell that he's big because of the perspective. Like
I didn't get the
And the
distance
other-
on him. Yeah,
The
I
other
thought he
thing
was
about
normal
this
size.
enemy is
everyone does. It's awesome.
blocking his attacks does not work.
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed my stamina died from that. There was no sound effect when he hit me either, which was just weird. But
Oh, there's like the dull thump that Demon Souls has, but it's not very audible.
Yeah, no, the Dark Souls and the Bloodborns, they went for, like, bombastic, like, movie soundtrack style sound effects. And here it's just like, thud.
burp, burp, burp.
Yeah.
Having said that, though,
Wet
Wooly,
farts.
Yeah.
you can tell just by how well you've been doing already that you can totally clear this area as you are now.
Totally. Man, that your regen combo is strong.
Too strong.
No.
Well, there's a reason they emphasize HP regen in this area.
So
It's
you
one
should
of the things.
you should head that
Go
way
ahead.
and grab those items while you can.
Yeah, might as well go that other way.
or not.
Yeah, no, you're right, Spy. Like, the reason why they emphasize
Yeah, over
regen
there.
Yeah,
items
exactly.
here is like, hey, you're gonna get poisoned, but if you have regen stuff on, you can ignore it.
Exactly. Like, here's a tool for you to use to make this area less a pain.
I really wish that they would stop doing that, though. Because, like, fair and keep, you are going to be poisoned. So as a result, poison just doesn't do anything. So why would you ever make a poison weapon or something?
Well, that has to do with them just balancing or trying to balance out status effects so that you don't have Dark Souls 2 style poison where if you get stuck with it, you're dead in 15 seconds. And I don't know, like, can't you just do something in between?
See, there's a
where
plank there that
poison
you
Yeah,
is-
knock,
you can push
you knock
over.
over.
Oh,
I
that
think
plank.
it should be
Yeah,
something
okay.
that you suffer as a result of your actions.
There you go.
Not just your health goes down. Instead, it'd be something like if you
shit.
run out of
Yeah,
stamina.
you can't go back up now.
Now you're dead.
That was a
That's an
hole.
interesting
Yeah.
idea.
Everything is a whole here, Willie.
Everything. All of it.
Okay.
Even the holes have
Like,
holes
no,
in them.
like,
So
well,
no-
this area demands, like, an
Attention,
extreme
yeah.
level of paying attention
I was
to the floor.
I was throwing out some false
Oh, God.
confidence there.
I
That
just
enemy
saw
didn't
what
even want to
happened.
fight. He didn't even want to fight.
he
He was,
looked at you and
he
he's
was
like,
walking away.
I don't want to deal with this blessed holy man.
I can't win.
I meant to fall down this hole. You didn't make me go down.
That'll
here. I
give
chose
you.
this.
That'll give these plague bitches a false sense of security.
Yeah, a complete false sense of security.
I'm gonna
Ah,
fall down that hole, and they're gonna be scared.
Son of a bitch.
See, there's 10,000 souls just throwing them down the drain.
Yeah.
That's how confident I am.
410 billion souls killed.
Oh. Oh.
Now, Wooly, if you want some free levels later when you get to 4-2, you can just pass me the controller and I'll level you up.
We won't tell anyone though, and then we'll lie about it.
To Germany.
Yeah,
What's 4-2 about?
4-2 has like the best farming spot.
Hey, so you guys might be a little bit interested in this, but one of DICE's environment artists, they're of course the guys who make Battlefield and
Mirror's
Battlefront
Edge.
recently. Mirror's Edge, of course.
Of course.
One of their environment artists just made the
Yeah, sure,
Hunter's
Wally.
Dream from Bloodborne in UE4, and it looks gorgeous. It's really cool, actually.
Let me see.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a link?
Not
Here,
that I can
stream,
send
you can watch it.
on my iPhone, but if you go on NeoGAF, it's on the front page right now. So.
Awesome.
That looks
Thanks,
really
Liam,
good.
I appreciate that.
No, not at all. Very topical.
I'll find that later.
Yeah, you're gonna want to push that over before you do anything else, because then
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
then
you-
you
you
will
yeah,
gain
yeah.
progress.
Gary did
I
it.
love Demon Soulsmith. You regain lost soul. Oh,
Yeah.
one of them?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Perfect. He's done now.
Yeah, they can't get to you because they're losers.
Yep.
Well, that's
winner.
that's present even in the title of the game.
Perfect.
Eli is Demon Souls. The way the
Demon
apostrophe
Soulsmith is
one demon. It's the soul.
It's the soul
belonging to
of
one
the demon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That
now
is kind of-
that path was.
If you read into it, they could be
nothing.
talking about the end game, where there is one true demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about
Noble
his
souls.
souls.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But they specifically differentiate that thing from a demon. They're like the demons serve him.
But are you the demons, John?
Doesn't it make more sense that the player is the demon?
Yes.
I guess it could also have been called like God's souls or something in the context of this game.
Well, you accidentally just kicked all their asses without even realizing.
Because that guy, he stayed up so long that I'm like, you're not dead yet. And it's like, no,
Yeah,
you're
it
just
takes
dying
him a
real
little bit to
slow.
fall down.
Yeah. And but there was that one time where he had like a sliver left. so-
Man, this is such a grimy fucking shit heap.
it's such a shit heat, dude.
It gets better later. It gets so
God.
much better later.
Yeah.
There's just shit. There's literal just pile.
You're just
shit all
walking
over the
through
place.
filth by
You're
the end of it.
you're walking through like piles of human refuse and
Yeah.
You
garbage.
can feel the
children.
flies clinging to your shit-stained skin.
Oh,
Boy, just wait till you get to 5-2.
Yeah.
It's like you're
the
walking
flies,
through a rectum.
the flies don't even wait for the shit to come out of your butt. They're just
and then
hanging off.
and then you see
He's got
five.
40 flies trying to fly up your butt. while
Then
you're
you
on the
see
toilet.
5-2, and you're like,
You
God.
know, I haven't even started yet.
At
They're all up
least,
there.
at least it can't get any grosser than that. And then you hit 5-3, and you're like, oh, it's super gross in here.
Why are there
You
babies?
can't get shit, and the shit's nothing but flies. There's just no shit left.
Oh,
They've already
no.
taken care of all of it.
There are bosses in this area that attack you with flies.
Oh my god.
That's how bad it is.
Because they stink. They smell bad.
So, aside from the last boss in this area, the bosses in this area are kind of flaccid.
They're super easy.
Yeah.
They're
Easy,
super,
too.
Yeah.
super easy.
Well, that has a lot to do with the fact that everything here is weak against fire.
Yeah.
This is
And
one of the.
super weak against fire.
Yeah,
kind of more of an-
if you went to what's it, 2-2 and got a fire weapon, you would just be blowing these dudes the fuck up.
Okay.
Because he's not
Demons and-
already blowing them up.
Yeah.
In Demons and Dark 1, it was a bit more prevalent that bosses sometimes were just the end cap to the level. Not really, here's the really difficult bosses, more, can you get through this level with enough resources to be able to take on this thing?
Yeah.
If so, you should be fine.
Can I let go?
I think you can attack downwards if you want to be daring. Or was that only introduced
You
in
can't.
Dark 1?
There's no plunge.
There's
attack
no
in
plunge,
Demons,
there's no
plunge.
unfortunately.
Oh, I don't mean plunge, I mean kick. Like kick down the ladder. But that was only in Dark 1, I think.
No. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, from Dark 1 onward, I
can't.
think. Definitely not in Demons. In
Ah,
Demons, you can't even slide down ladders or climb quickly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because remember, Liam, that ladder in 1-1 in the execution area, right below where Meralda is?
Yeah.
To go down and get the
Yeah, it takes a
Rush with
super
your
fucking
Sun
long
Titan.
time.
Oh, excuse me, jeez.
Alright.
Can't
yeah,
believe.
like
You're on that side.
you could go
Oh,
through
you
the
came up.
Snake Eater theme twice with that one ladder.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh no.
Can Wooly defeat the boss ladder? No.
I mean, like, it's vast improvements over their older stuff. Like, have you played Kingsfield or Shadow Tower or anything? Like,
Bits and pieces of the yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you-
definitely an improvement.
you
but-
should try to just complete Shadow Tower, because it is insane. And it's all tedium. Like, that's the problem, is it's just a hyper slow version of any of
I'm
the
being
Souls
told that
games.
there is a very slight audio desync.
Okay.
Oh, that started as soon as the stream started.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling us, Plague.
Yeah.
This can be solved by speaking with your mouth behind the microphone.
Wow.
Well, Chet complains about everything, though.
Yeah.
How do I
The
maximize
colors
the
are too
chat?
tasty.
Unfortunately,
the audio's not right.
Like a full restart is the only way to resync that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention it since
Yeah.
it started right at the beginning.
If it
of the
gets
stream
really
anyways.
bad,
Great,
I'll do
cool.
it.
Is
I'll
it
do
a game audio desync?
It's game audio desync.
I'm not sure exactly.
Great, that's the best kind.
Yeah,
Hey,
unfortunately.
Liam, do you
Yeah.
know how to make this like so all I see is the chat?
You
have any
want
idea?
like the pop-out thing. You're gonna have to go to Twitch, but like force it to not be the mobile site, and then
Pat, you
pop
yeah.
out the chat.
That sucks.
Well,
Right
Why would
click
you wanna
on
do
chat,
that?
and then
Chat has
pop
nothing
out.
interesting to say about anything.
You can Pat, you can pop out chat as a separate tab, and it'll display it full screen.
But I'm
the
looking
problem
at
is
my
he's on
phone.
mobile, so on mobile he'll have to force it to be the browser site and then go.
I'm
from
using the application.
There. Oh fuck! Well, if you're on the application, you're double screwed then.
Sapphire Breeze says Plague is too cute. I'm complaining.
You guys are annoying.
Hey,
I forgot how annoying their little pushes.
Chat
Yeah.
is
Someone run at you
mad
doing
that
shit.
Chat is mad that Plague said they had nothing interesting to say.
They don't. Chat's terrible, and they know it.
Then some guy posted a picture of my face and said "dumb baby," so
That's interesting.
that
I
that
think that's worth
something.
saying.
that was
That's
kind of
something.
that. I'm glad that I saw that.
I like the picture of you, Pat, from the mailbag video with those crazy glasses on. And the
Yeah,
caption,
no,
"Game
everyone
those are
likes
great.
that.
You know
That's
about
why it's part of our
crack?"
outro.
those are great glasses.
Game over, yeah.
Game over.
If you know
Chat
how to
doesn't
pop out the chat in the app, tell me how to pop out the chat in the app.
Motherfucker, I still have no arrows, so I'm gonna have to.
It's in the quality
You're
settings.
just gonna have to be brave.
Yeah.
This ain't
So,
shit in the quality
Wooly,
settings.
I
so bad.
recommend for dealing with that big guy, clear out.
Oh
the room,
yeah, chat
warn
only.
him,
Yeah.
Thanks
and
guys.
fight him there.
You guys are pros. This chat app makes Twitch a lot easier to fucking
Hey.
use.
Oh,
It
you-
was
did you-
nice
did you
going
fix it?
from
What's that?
You got it to
Yeah,
chat
he
open?
found it.
Yeah, no, the chat helped me. The chat helped me read themselves.
That's a good.
That's a good.
It was nice to go from Bloodborne to Dark Souls 3 just to be able to get color back, finally. Even if
There,
it's just a little
there are
bit.
colors in Bloodborne. There's blue and dark grayish blue
And purple and red.
and light
brownish.
yellow.
There's a lot of purple and red.
Yeah.
Actually.
I thought Wooly was just gonna hit her, like out of the fucking blue, just smack her in the fucking face.
Well, R1, steady your hands.
400 for one arrow? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Fuck you.
It's not worth it.
Fuck.
You don't need the arrows for this area, I would say.
Curses, I wasted my breath on you.
Oh, that's right. In Demons, I was trying to remember if
Send
there
you
was
the
a
torment
kick or
me.
something in Demons, but I remember it changes with the weapon, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes, you
yeah.
get like that weird
There's-
like jump back hit with like scimitars and stuff. It's,
Yeah, and there's a headbutt for Fitz. There's a huge head shove for Great Sword.
yeah.
I really like that.
I think it's awesome actually. Some of them aren't entirely practical at all, but
The chat wants
but
you to
it's
go
so
back and
awesome.
punch that lady in the face.
Go back and shit in her fucking mouth.
Wow, Plague.
You
Wow.
dirty child.
Going
Wow.
right to the
Yes.
home run, Eli.
How dare you sell me arrows? You ugly, ugly woman.
Wow.
I feel like there's something personal going on here.
Yeah, Plague. Did this NPC kick you in the nuts or something?
I don't think too fondly of her, but there's a
Put your shield down.
there's a gulf between that and shitting in mouths.
Is there?
Bring one of those rats back alive and be like, here, why don't you get this and all that thing off your face?
All right, there he is.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you want to get that one guy, you can get him. but-
I love how the frame rate gets bad in the zone like 20 feet from you. It still happens in
it's-
Dark Souls 3
it's a-
on the PC.
Well, it's a good way to keep performance. It's
Yeah,
intent,
totally.
It's not.
I
it's not
really
a bug.
wish it was an option on PC to just turn it off.
like LOD settings.
Yeah, just like, no, turn off all LOD settings.
All right, so the rocks fell.
Shaka.
I think the
walls
rocks are a
fell.
one-time
Fall,
event. I
everyone
don't think they
dies.
happen every time.
Okay.
I might be crazy though.
Well, I'm
Environmental stuff like that usually
not
only
gonna
happens
fight
once
you,
in
fuck.
Turn it
Okay.
around. Turn it around as soon as
You can do it.
Or not. Okay.
Yeah,
You can just run if you're feeling. All right.
Wooly's doing it. I feel confident in Wooly.
What's this area?
It's a new area.
It's progress, Willie.
All right,
Progress.
all right.
Yeah, Wooly's having all this progress.
All right, all right.
Yeah, this is actually going all right.
It's not as
You,
bad as I
you-
thought it would be.
This
But
could
see
be
that
much
you-
worse.
You might want to get
Shit,
down
shit,
there.
shit.
I love that he outsmarts the big guy. I'll just run past him. Oh no, lots of spawns.
Yeah.
If you're gonna run past him, you have to commit to running past him and not turning around and fighting again.
Well, what I wanted was to get.
You wanted
out-
to clear the room.
I wanted to get into a space and not fight him on a ledge.
Yes, but
Oh,
they
is that
know
what
that
that
you
was?
want to do that.
Good.
Wooly, I
That's
don't
good
know if you
strategy.
caught it before when I mentioned a good spot to fight him was in the room with the
Yeah!
rats.
Yeah,
Without the
exactly.
rats.
Was sorry? Say again.
That's why I was saying you should turn him around. You should just bring him into the room where the rats were.
Oh, okay.
Pull,
okay.
yeah, pull him back to a room
that
you've
room
already
is
cleared.
safe.
And that's the room I know.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the dirty rat room
You
I
should
know
tie
versus
all
the
the
dirty
rats
rat
to your
room I
sack.
don't.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Better
that
the
you have
rat
an
you know.
armor made of plague-inducing rats.
You should be able to start dashing
Then nothing
through
can
this area.
touch you.
The enemies are so weak that even if they follow you, it won't really be a problem for a while. So you should just start running through.
Can we please get fan art of
You got
Wooly
some
wearing
good hits
armor
in, though,
made of
Wooly.
plague rats?
That's backwards. This idiot's over here. Go away.
Mothman
How
and
about art of
Jerd
a
has a
rat
pro
wearing a-
tip for you, Wooly.
Yeah,
He says, pro tip, hit the guy, don't get hit.
got it.
Okay.
That's what my coach says.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
your
that's a really
coach,
good strategy.
I bet your coach literally told
My
you
coach
that.
literally says boxing is the easiest thing in the world, guys. Hit, don't get hit. That's all you gotta do.
Then you're like, if you're such a good boxer, how come you're old?
How to play any fighting game. Read everything perfectly. Punish everything perfectly.
Yeah,
That's how
Donkey.
Tyson got so good.
That's how Donkey plays Dark Souls 1. He uses the kill everyone in one hit editing trick. You can do it. So, I just thought of something. It's very weird that there's enemies that are incredibly weak to fire using fire weapons.
Well, they would use what they fear, wouldn't they?
Well,
No.
I've always found.
I mean,
that
I'm
strange.
very weak to fire, but I still use fire in my daily life.
I wouldn't
You know?
like attack you with like a fucking sword made out of spiders. That's spooky.
I don't know. If you can make one, you might.
No.
What if you could just carry around a jar of spiders that was like one of those trick snake in a can things, and you just open it up?
You're fine, Willie.
Spiders
This
fly.
place is
So-
totally safe to drop through.
So my dad has an old friend of the family, guy named Steve, right? Steve is the most ornery old fucking man ever. He was like an old man since he was 19, that kind of person.
Oh, good for him. Yeah.
And Steve is deathly afraid of spiders. And
Deathly.
it just like crying panic afraid, right? And it just so happens that one of his young children
Oh, no.
was totally infatuated with bugs growing up and kept a actual jar of spiders.
That's sick.
Like a large mason jar.
That's awesome.
Just rife with hundreds of spiders.
Fuck you, Dad.
That he then totally, for real, dropped on the floor and
bunch, actually.
smashed right in front of
Oh,
Steve.
I saw this coming a mile away.
Oh, that's great.
The only thing they had to
That
eat
way,
was each other. Now they're really angry too.
Yeah.
Son, please.
Just like, even if you're not particularly afraid of spiders, that sounds like the ultimate nightmare.
It was over this way.
Just,
That
I
way.
really like jumping spiders. Jumping spiders are really cool.
And that was the
you
bullshit.
really like them or you appreciate them?
I like them.
Okay.
Yeah, house centipedes are super cool too.
No.
Yeah, they are. They're sick.
They're sick, alright.
They're awesome. They make sure not to overpopulate. It's sick. They're smart animals.
They have to die.
They'll never go in your bed. They hate fabric.
Where are these facts coming from?
Yeah,
I
seriously.
researched them a lot because they're sick. They're really
Okay.
cool. My
Some
old
centipedes actually live in human skin if they get
He's
a chance.
been hanging out
no,
with
not those
plague.
ones. Not those ones.
Can't do
Creepy
it.
other centipedes.
I can't do this.
House centipedes are nice to you.
The one that lives in your dick?
Well, no,
That's not a centipede. That's a fish.
he died of old
No,
age.
it's both.
That's a longipede. Huh?
Well, not in your case.
Oh, no.
Because your penis is not long.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
That's the height of humor right there.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, you know
That's
who
why
has
I
a
look
tiny
forward to
penis?
these
Everyone
streams.
not that is
You're
me.
fine. You're totally fine, Willie. There's a lot of
Take that, humanity.
A lot of the like rampy areas are just like 3 levels of circles, so you can just dash through them.
Mr. Mustachios, do I know you?
Frame rate. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Demon Souls. And
Optimal
possibly
odds.
Dark Souls 1, depending on what version you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time.
Even
Dark
in the
Souls
later
1.
versions of DS1, I've still seen some pretty bad lag in certain
No, the
areas.
stream is not lagging. The game is lagging. Like, the game is shitting its ass.
God damn.
Yeah, get ready for the fun that is 5-2, Wooly.
Well, in fairness,
Good
there's
push.
not a lot of action in 5-2.
There's, in fact, very little action.
If I'm not mistaken, Wooly, those big like bug things, they
Yeah.
won't explode unless you do anything to them.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you
They're
have to
sort
hit
of
them
harmless.
So you can just walk past them.
first. And they can't chase you if you don't
Yeah.
pop
No,
them.
they'll just
Oh, interesting.
be there. So.
All right. All right, and then the fucking peanut gallery over here shows up.
Yeah, just slam jam them.
Hey, Liam, I have a question. It's kind of an
Sorry, lady.
You have to stop. Like for real. I kind of an inane question, but fuck it, I'll ask it anyway. Demon Souls Remastered, like top to
Yeah.
bottom, or Bloodborne 2?
Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, I have to agree. I always prefer new stuff over remastered stuff.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Now, if
I
they
feel
were to
like-
completely redo Demon Souls top to bottom, that would be different,
I
right?
was gonna say, like, I could get on board with the Demon Souls revamp if it wasn't just the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like a
it was-
remix.
If it was a full like reconstruction of the game and not just like an art swap, like yeah, that'd be pretty
Yeah.
sick. But
You know,
I-
like,
Like even
fully
the idea
realize-
of Bloodborne 2 makes me feel like I have cancer, but I still agree.
I would prefer Bloodborne 2 though for sure, because who knows if we'll even see another Bloodborne 2 straight sequel. You
Hey,
know,
what
so.
kind of cancer would you have,
I
Plague?
doubt it.
The kind with even more blood, so much blood,
That's leukemia.
so many more eyes. Oh, so mysterious, so many eyes and blood just all over the place.
And this is a guy that stands around for hours talking about whose butt sat in what chair in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And then he's like, ooh, the blood.
Well, at
Oh,
least you can point at a chair and be
Just
like,
wait
"There's a
there,
chair."
and the other guys are gonna.
You know
come.
what sat in there, Eli? The blood.
Now you got
The blood sat there. You
Or
have
maybe
to,
it didn't. The
Maybe.
chair could be a dream, Pat.
Yeah, it's,
Boy, we're gonna have a lot of
Dream
fun.
Blood of more dreams.
We're gonna have fun discussing whose butt sat in what chair when we get to the boss of Latria.
yeah,
There's gonna be even more butts to discuss once we get to this 5-2 level.
yeah. Because it's a big butt full of fart.
At least these guys down here wear clothing.
So I don't think
still
he
have
can
their
follow you up there if you walk up to the upper
he
level.
can follow you up the first 2 ramps, but then he can hit the merchant. From
Oh
there.
well, you almost got him.
It's
yeah,
it's,
boy.
It's really dodgy to try to go up because I've had him hit the merchant,
Yeah.
and it's not a good
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So
Yeah.
Good
it
job,
is
Wolves.
right. I would not recommend that.
Motherfucker didn't drop
But-
shit.
No,
No, but the only thing he can drop is ephemeral eye stones and I think some grass.
boy, I sure hope you never have to fight more than one of him at a time.
yeah, it's true. You've been getting tons of grass. You're really well stocked.
Oh no, another one, and this one has a saddle on its back, and it's being ridden by another one.
Boy, that's an enemy type I'd like to see.
It's a dog riding another dog.
Just
I hate all of
insert enemy
Wooly.
here riding.
Swing wildly.
Press the button, sword button, not the roll button.
No,
the
they
sword
should-
button.
Oh
They should take a Dark Souls. They should take 2 Dark Souls 3 dogs and just tie their tails together, just throw them.
no! You
at
beat the tough guy.
And then I lost to the punks.
Yeah. And
So,
here's
Wooly,
the beauty of Demon Souls. At any point in which you get like legitimately like fucking pissed ass frustrated, there's
go to another
there's 4
level.
other levels you can go to.
Because it's not fucking linear.
Oh, you!
So
Hold on.
Wooly,
Oh, that
You
oh,
spawn into
you!
the starting area and just planks of wood just start exploding in every direction. Demon Souls.
Oh,
So,
that
Wooly-
Eli complaining about everything again.
I will give you a little pro tip here. The reason you died there was because there were a couple of dudes who dropped down behind you when you approached the entrance.
It's a
It's a straight up ambush.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
yeah.
and the adjudicator's
It's the
so
party
cool.
cave before there was a party cave.
This whole area is the party cave.
It's the party valley.
Actually, the boss of this zone is the party cave for real. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the last boss of the zone, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah. Yes.
Who wants
That-
to
that
party in here? Looks like some people party too hard.
Also,
is
like,
a little too hard.
Ah, yeah!
Getting annoyed with this
get-
fucking zone.
Yeah, no, this is the Demon Souls fucking progress
Getting
wheel.
annoyed with this zone. I don't want to like be careful anymore.
No,
But
because
you
it
can't.
sucks.
Exactly.
Oh, no, Wooly.
I really feel like Demon Souls like exemplified that mentality the most of all 5 of them. Where like you get frustrated and you want to rush it, and then you eat poo poo.
Then fuck it, we're doing it the slow way.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Wooly,
entertaining.
does the slow way involve swinging at everything in the environment?
Yes, it does, Liam.
Oh no.
Wooly, if you're genuinely getting frustrated and pissed
You
off,
can switch
you can
level.
go to another.
You could
No,
always-
no,
Like,
I'm-
you
You
know,
could always
don't-
just quit like a massive coward.
No, no, no.
Don't
It's,
torment yourself.
it's not about that.
That's
like-
like a. Okay, that's like a feature where you're like, if you're mad, you can go somewhere else. But this pisses you off to hear that.
Oh,
You can't
totally.
handle this.
No,
Go somewhere else.
Honestly, it's more just
Loser.
like if people
Well,
don't
you
want
really
to.
you really kicking that
Yeah.
guy around.
If people don't want to see me like not run through this, then it's like, well, I'm just gonna play it like this and not
Wooly.
have to worry about bullshit.
Listen to
Fuck
Dark Souls
everyone.
Hitler here, okay? If
There
you
you
quit
go.
this level, you're a coward.
Anyway, and I don't feel there's a point running through anything until you hit a boss anyway. So
Yeah, until you know the whole like. Unless there are a couple spots in here which I imagine they act as breakpoints where guys can't follow you. Oh, that sucks.
There are.
Yeah, when you climb up after that big guy is the first big one, because everything else up till there is going down, and enemies can follow you down very
Nice.
easily.
What would you
There
say
are-
is the hardest of the one levels in this game?
This one,
This one.
Really?
without any, without any question.
Unless it's your first playthrough of any
Then it's
Souls
3-1.
games, in which case it might be the very first or 3-1, just because
Yeah.
it's your first experience with the game.
Be-
But I would
Whenever
say
I,
I would say
uh,
3-1 or this one if you have experience.
Whenever I started Demon Souls, of course I did it after Dark 1.
Yeah.
I heard that this was the most difficult one, so of course this is the first one I went to once I got through with 1-1.
Because your dick
And
is
I
not
actually-
short.
I didn't actually have any problems with it at the time, but it's one of those levels where you can go through it multiple times and have no problems during
turn
one
around.
run, and then the other run you
Yeah.
just eat shit everywhere.
I got turned
Yeah.
around.
You got flipped up, turned upside down.
Just take a minute.
Sit right there. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
how to finish
Oh.
this one.
How he became Dark Souls Hitler?
Yeah.
Dark
If I
shit,
say
man.
Dark Souls Hitler enough, someone will make a picture.
Well, you could just ask.
Like that's no. That's
Someone is doing it right
that's
now.
how
All they
that's
need to
how
do
it
is
works,
find a
right?
picture and
When
just
you and
remove
Matt just kept
portions of
saying
it.
Lucky Ted over and over again, it's like Lucky Ted will come to life.
Oh, that video was fantastic.
It's like an
back then.
FF10 style faith system in which
if you believe in something hard enough, it
it
will
just
happen.
becomes real.
Yeah.
Or orcs, right?
Yeah, that works.
That's
Oh man,
the
Dawn of War
whole theme
3.
of Demon Souls, actually. If you believe in something
I,
hard enough,
I'm
it'll
happy
manifest
Dawn
as
of
a
War
demon.
3 is the thing that's happening.
Totally,
Like,
dude. I love Dawn of War.
There was an early build that like I got to see one time at THQ, but I doubt this is even remotely the same game. At this point.
Prince of
But,
Eden starts to draw Dark Souls Hitler.
Dark Shitler.
Oh, that's good.
Dark shit. That's stupid, Liam.
Pat,
You guy.
don't underestimate, Pat, how many people are sitting in chat, just not even here to watch you, but just waiting for opportunities to draw fan
Well,
art
yeah,
and
no,
shit
because
you
like
say.
artists never have jobs, so they just sit around all day watching streams
Yeah.
Yeah, Plague
Or
knows.
making them.
or making them. Yes.
Or editing Bloodborne dialogue.
Like
Oh boy.
you
Made
It's
whole
gonna be
by
a
the
funny
crunch.
joke.
like here's the thing, Eli. Would you admit that Bloodborne is a good game overall?
Oh,
I've
don't
admitted
get
that many
into the-
times.
Okay.
Bloodborne's a great game. I just hate it.
That's fine. That's fine. I that just goes to the point I wanted to say. It's like I've never heard someone just react with such abject misery to a good thing. Like,
Which is weird because
here's a really nice sandwich.
Yeah.
Barf.
But there's lots of food that you know is good that other people say, "Oh, this is great," but
No.
you don't like to eat it.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. Pat doesn't have this. Pat doesn't have this at all. When we were
I don't know,
when we were
Pat's fucking
discussing
binary with
when we were
things.
discussing doing our like top 10s, I said there are games that came out during the year that are better than my favorites. They're just not my favorites, and that notion didn't even strike him as a thing.
Yeah, he says that, but it's not even real.
If I don't like food, it's not good food.
Uh-huh. See, this is the
Uh-huh.
problem that I have with having any conversation with Pat at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Things are either off or they're on with Pat.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as
Have some
great.
conviction.
I can appreciate the black.
Pat,
and
I
white
have more
outlook on
conviction.
life.
I like my own comments on Twitter.
Do you? Do you?
That's how to have real conviction. If you don't believe in everything you say,
Like your own posts on Facebook.
you're just a faker.
Thumb up your own.
I don't have any
comments
posts
on
on Facebook, I don't think. There's something about Naoto's best waifu, the mod, telling me, "Shut up, Pat." That cracks me up. Thanks, moderation staff, for
Let's
keeping
make
our
that thing
chat
me, just
readable.
telling Pat to shut up.
Let's not Goomba this lady again.
Yes,
I bet you're
that's-
gonna. It's coming. It's coming. I know you're past her now, but you're gonna somehow loop back up and stomp her face.
Maybe if you do it hard enough, that baby will pop out of
Thanks, Eli.
That's where nice. You got like 7 in one blow.
Still caught it though.
You know what I
Where
love
were
about
you?
that
I was
that
behind you.
little pop-up? The bright red all caps dialogue wasn't enough. They need to put exclamation points at
On either
both
side,
ends of the
yeah.
sentence.
I love that. I love that in Souls games. Caught the plague.
And I thought you guys didn't like Kung Pao.
So back up right now.
So they're all coming.
There's
right?
well, all the little ones are coming. The big guy's not
Oh,
coming.
look, item.
Get the item,
yeah.
Get
okay.
the item.
and then
I see how that works.
deal with these guys.
They have a farther zone, whatever vision cone.
What?
I love how in this game you can catch the plague and just get over
Effectively,
it.
yes.
The
they
smaller guys see further.
They do.
do. They have good eyes.
Well,
They're elves.
I love how right before they attack you, they're like, "Oh, I'm so miserable and covered in feces."
That's why they're attacking people.
Yeah. If I was
You were
covered in
covered in
shit all day,
feces,
I'd
what-
attack people too.
Yeah,
Alright.
Pat, it's almost if you would
Am I
play
fighting
The
back? Yeah,
Witcher
I'm fighting
3's
back.
DLC and shit all over your couch, you'd attack people.
No Malazan 27, no Persona 5 Waifu Wars, go. It's the redhead.
I looked at that picture and I was just
Pugilist
like,
Chan.
wait, are these just characters from the other games? Like, oh no, they just had the same head.
Like, the instant that I saw the Persona 5 trailer, I was like, well, there's an argument Wooly and I are going to have for like 5 years.
Yup.
And both of us were immediately able to go, oh yeah. That's the wrong choice that they'll make.
The world is wrong.
I like that they just put Akira from Rival Schools in a Persona. Okay.
I love that anytime that you win, your character dashes off and runs in a circle.
Yeah. That's what a real hero would do.
Man, this big giant guy's head looks like a scrotum.
Yeah. Because it is. You're doing it, Wooly. You're doing it.
His head's actually
Fucking
chest.
thumbs ups. Thumbs ups. And he dropped a stone of ephemeral eyes.
Meh.
Kick his
That's
ass.
perfect.
That's a
For not
super
using.
good item.
To not use.
Yeah, to not, especially not here.
Yeah, don't ever
Don't ever
use
use that item here.
Save them always until you need it, and then end the game with 40.
Yeah.
those ever. Oh man, the tendency system was so good.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yep.
You're
What a
wrong.
flawless system.
I think the tendency system is fascinating and awesome.
I love
but,
the idea.
But it just doesn't.
idea.
Yeah, no, the idea is excellent, but it's just so hard to get what you want.
I'll agree with that also. I
Yeah.
think the idea and the mentality behind it is like fascinating.
Yeah.
But its actual execution is nearly
Ah,
always
these guys,
infuriating.
Well, isn't that par for the course with FromSoft's, with the Souls games in particular anyway?
Yeah.
Where they had a lot of really great ideas, but
Mm-hmm.
the execution was either clumsy or somehow botched.
This is my favorite reaction. Like anytime that they do anything and they release before the game even comes out, they say something and everyone's like, won't And of course, everyone immediately was, no,
Okay,
wait,
you're gonna want to
okay.
heal that
Wait for it
poison
to
right
come
now.
Hold
You're
on.
gonna want to heal that. There you go.
Okay, yeah, that you can't take both.
No.
We established this when you were gone,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I can take one. I can't take both.
Look at that big veiny thing.
You don't need to attack that one. You're fine.
Yeah, you can leave them alone.
You're good.
You
Well,
see that
you're-
a lot in Demon Souls.
You're
the
gonna
big
want
veiny
some
thing.
room to maneuver when you aggro the dudes on the other side of this.
Hey, look at the
bridge.
big
Why
gross
would
stuff
you-
on the walls.
Yeah, there's like bugs and shit crawling all over the
All
place.
that's
It's great.
for is it's recommending you bring them one by one, which I agree with that. Just
You can
try-
also
try not
body
to
pull
fight
them.
all.
That's why I like the Valley of Defilement over the other sort of like town-esque areas.
Yeah, so you just body
Just
pull
because
them.
of how grody it is.
Yeah, it's really grody. Like, the gutter, for being the gutter, felt really clean.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was
ugh.
weird.
Even
Gutter is the worst
Lighttown
one.
felt a little bit too clean to me. For what it
Right
was.
up until you got to the bottom
There
and
we
you're
go.
wading ankle deep in shit.
Faron Keep is almost more of a forest area than it is a Blighttown.
Well,
area.
it is the forest area,
First
you know?
part of it is
Yeah,
a forest.
it's
yeah.
sort of just both of them combined together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I
made
don't know,
more for
actually.
you to get
Oh, it
lost
was a
in.
cable or something.
Don't you guys
Funny
love
thing
the
is that
forest
whole area
guardian
doesn't
enemies? Those fucking giant things that shoot a million ghosts at you?
Oh,
They're
with
the best.
I honestly didn't have
Yes.
much of a problem with them.
No, they're awesome.
There's a clip where one like misses me while I'm turning off the bonfire, and it's, like he's inches away, and I'm like touching it. No, not like the one of the tower things,
Uh-huh.
and like I turn it off, no problem, and he misses me by like a hair.
Oh, lucky.
So that motherfucker is different when you can't roll around him.
No, he's very,
So,
very
yeah,
different.
what I would recommend doing, Wooly, is clear the room with those 3 blood bugs, and then fight them there.
Yep.
You'll have a little more room.
Yep.
And that's
Lesson learned.
that's really the tune of this whole zone, isn't it? Is clear your wide open spaces and use those to fight enemies.
Hey, I got a quick question. I got a guy named Mr. Mustachio saying it's too bad they weren't able to play Scholar of the First Sin. The gutter is way more interesting. Do you guys know what's up with that? Anybody?
There's nothing in this direction, Willie.
I know. It's gonna turn me around every time.
Actually, Liam, did you play Scholar?
No, I didn't, but I'm actually really interested to play it
I-
when it gets a good sale next
I
time.
played a
didn't know
little
you
bit
had
of it, and I got hit by the same teleporting troll grab attacks that
Yeah.
make me quit every
I guess,
second attempt on DS2.
I guess I'm the only person here that's actually played Scholar. Then you know,
What'd you
all the
think
way
of it?
through and everything.
Oh well, what?
As far as the gutter question, I don't know. I don't really remember anything being overly different about it. The lighting effects were a lot better.
Yes, obviously. How do you feel about it in general?
The gutter,
You can ignore all
I
of
don't
them.
mind it as much as a lot of people do. I kind of think it's the worst of the areas.
No, I meant
as
what do
far
you
as the
think of
games
Scholar
go.
of the First Sin in general?
Is that the hole
Oh,
where I
Scholar?
want to go? Right
No,
over
you
there?
can
No,
ignore
Willie.
it.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, just be careful.
Because that
about your
rooftop
drops.
looks similar to the one that I land on later. So anyway, whatever. Just-
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to this area. No, it doesn't. It's not too bad though.
There you go.
There was another guy up here, wasn't there?
Yeah, but you can do your thing.
But I do feel like Scholar is an improvement over 2, obviously.
Yeah,
Some people don't like the improved enemy placements, but I find that a lot of them make a bit more sense as far as why enemies are here or there.
The
I think
Haid
overall
Knights
it's
were
much
really like crazily placed in the original.
There we go.
I always liked how you saw them so early, though. Those guys it gave that area a cool charm.
Now you
Which
do it,
these-
Wooly.
This mob of fire spear guys, Liam.
Oh no, the knights in Hyde's Tower of Flame in
Oh.
Dark 2. When you first get there, if you go there as like one of your first decisions, you're like, holy shit, okay, these are real ass enemies, and I'm like soul level nothing.
I would really appreciate just that slight change. That if you start at soul level 1, you're actually starting at soul level 0, and it's soul level nothing.
Yeah.
It would make a lot of sense in DS3's case, because apparently you're supposed to be like garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unkindled thing's gonna take a while for me to
Wrap your head around.
wrap my head around.
It's the undead that came back to life that were undead before. Right?
That's what I told you, fucker.
Yeah, I know. I'm repeating yourself to you because you're so smart, Plague. Don't you appreciate
That was
that?
just a random guess. But we really don't
No,
even know.
random guesses are always true.
And Miyazaki even answered the question. Someone asked him what it was, and he just basically just kind of gave a bullshit answer. Of,
He's like, I don't know,
There are people
man.
that There are people that couldn't link the fire, and they're up to link the fire, and now they're only Ash. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
That means
And
they
he's like,
were.
"Huh."
There might be a meta narrative thing of like they were player characters that went hollow. Like there are people who quit earlier Dark Souls games.
You know,
I like
don't
that
think
idea.
I don't think Miyazaki really, like, he gives a shit, but I kind of think he kind of stopped being like, this means this, and trying that hard to fit everything in. He's like, do these guys, don't worry about it.
Well,
They're
it's-
on
it's funny-
fire.
It's funny you mentioned that because the storytelling that's done in Demon's Souls, I feel like a lot of it is done more through the environment and in a much more subtle and intimate way. Whereas in the later games, even starting with DS1, they got more into, okay, the item descriptions and NPC dialogue are going to be more of a focus.
Yeah.
And there's not so much in the environment for you to pick
I
apart.
feel like
Bar
that.
was really
I feel like that
heavy-handed
may be a
with it.
reaction to how hard people freaked out over the Talisman of Beasts item description.
Barring the like crazy opening cinematic in this that is just a boring plot dump, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I
and they did away
forgot
with-
how much of a dull plot dump this game
It's
just
super
opened.
boring.
Yeah.
There was a demon. He liked to
here's a
eat the
list of, like,
souls
a
and he made
million
the
guys.
fog. You know, you could just
Right.
not fight them.
Despite how dull that is, at the very least,
They're gonna follow,
it gives
though.
you.
fuck
That
their
gives
ass
you
up,
enough
baby.
information to set up the basics of the plot without having to wonder about it. So that the presentation isn't the best,
Well,
but
the funny thing is, it's not even really the plot. It's kind
Well,
of weird
it's
thing
just-
about Demon's Souls.
it's the setup for the start of the game. It gives you enough background to say, okay, I know what my motivation is,
Like-
basically.
Ignoring them has always just led to stupid death. So I'm just
I
gonna
feel-
fight, I'm just gonna fight what I encounter, so it doesn't. change
That's
the-
fine. I feel like that most people don't make enough of a distinction between a game's plot and its lore, especially in this context. In that, like, the games have very bare bones plots, but they do have plots. And the lore is like different, and they're not interchangeable, and that one cannot replace the other. And that's why I think a lot of people are so frustrated with DS2 is that it has tons of lore, but the plot is kind of nonsense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
I love how in the DLC that is Headventure, he's like, all right, you know what, forget it.
Here's what
the
happened.
entire-
Here's why you're doing this.
yeah.
We give up.
DS2 still had a lot of the things I like, where it's like, oh look, there's a place there, I can go there, and then you go there, and it's nice, and like the gameplay's still good. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
honestly, I don't really like the stories of the Dark games that much, or Demons, to be honest.
The main stories, even I don't really care that much about.
Really?
Yeah.
So I guess you just like this for strictly the gameplay reasons.
I liked it
No,
because
individual characters.
because like the unique experience was amazing, and
Yeah.
like I like some of the characters like Ostrava and stuff. They're sick.
Yeah, that's the thing with these games. To me, the minor characters and their individual arcs, even as mundane as they are, inform the world.
Yeah.
And that's really what you should be focusing on.
No,
these
definitely.
games.
And like I know Plague, you don't like it as much, but I thought Bloodborne had the best, like most concise story that just flowed kind of. And part of that is because it was a lot easier to understand, which
Oh, now you did
is
it.
both a good and a bad thing. You know.
I know what he's saying, though. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be pedantic.
The lore of Bloodborne is impenetrable, and almost by design. Like, it's the unknowable
No.
elder beasts.
Yeah, whenever everything is meant to be unknowable.
Yeah.
and
But
dreams
the
and
plot of
dreams and
Bloodborne is
so on.
easily the most straightforward.
Yeah, and you get a really
Yeah.
good sense for like I think Bloodborne's the
Even
most
though they
successful.
kind of drop it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
aren't you supposed to go there in order to get a blood transfusion to cure something, and that just never comes
No,
up again?
that was like, I remember hearing that like way back, but like that
I mean, that's why you wake up in the first
the
place.
game
right?
starts and it's like, no, there's no reason to do anything.
Well, what
You
what
just ate
happens
the
with
poison
that is
curing one.
That's what the dull.
The purple
lead
one
up
cures
to
poison. The
Demon's
white
Souls-
one cures plague, Willie.
and I ate one of the.
The soldier's one cures poison. You weren't poisoned. You are plagued.
Just eat them
Oh
all,
no,
baby.
the pink one. I don't know what the purple
you-
one cures bleed. What is that?
Just eat the whole fucking
Yeah, the
flower
purple one
patch and
cures
call it a
bleed.
day. Yeah.
Got a big bag of
should never have
Jawbreakers, just
equipped
pour 'em
that
all
one,
in your
that's
mouth.
No, soldiers bleed. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what.
Disgusting
Yeah,
animal.
There's just the
You
wrong
want
one
Widow's
entirely.
Lotus for
Awesome.
Right.
Time to look at the chat's reaction to this.
Whatever, wasted item.
So, Eli, the whole. The
Eat
thing
them
with
all,
the
Peter.
transfusion in Bloodborne, that's where a Demon Souls style pre-game something would have been a little bit helpful, because they talked about it in the marketing for Bloodborne about how, oh, you came from outside of Yharnam to find a cure for this disease.
Yeah.
They never touch upon it in the game ever, and I have a feeling it's probably because a lot of that stuff was either cut or just presumed that you would have watched the marketing, so you'd already
Well,
know.
the thing about
Yeah.
Bloodborne's like setup is that it reminds me of like, it's the only one that has like abject notes that tells you where to go and what's happening in the story, and those feel like last minute decisions.
Like, what do you mean exactly?
Like when you walk up and there are notes, like literal notes that you read and give you 2 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's like, go to
There's not too many of
Canehurst
them.
or
There's-
stop
yeah,
the moon or
there-
whatever.
There's a handful of those.
It feels like, oh crap.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like those are like. I feel like that's why it's the most digestible story.
They're very on the
easily.
nose.
and that's like why it flows so well. Kind of. Not to say it's the best story or anything, but like by the end of the game, you kind of get what happened.
Yeah.
And like I think barring a few bits, like in Dark, they're good with Gwyn and stuff, but barring a few bits, I think Bloodborne's the most successful at like. Oh, I know what this is. Like
So,
the minute
like-
I get there, you're like, oh shit, I know exactly what's
So
going
like
on
for
here.
example, like you get to
And when
the,
you get to Bergenworth, you're like, whoa.
You get to the end of Bloodborne, right? And you fight the Moon Presence.
Yeah.
Like what the Moon Presence specific deal is, that's confusing. And,
Yeah.
but like it's totally unshocking to you that you would fight a demon born of the moon at that point.
Yeah, I mean, once you find Moon Presence, I guess there's this feeling of, what am I doing again? Whereas
Yeah.
I guess if you're fighting Gwyn, it's like, well, of course I'm fighting Gwyn.
Yeah, Gwyn's the
Everyone's been
natural.
mentioning this.
The natural.
People
goal
been
there,
talking
yeah.
him up the whole game about what a fucking big badass he is.
But I've never thought that with these games, the main thing is, you know, linking the first flame or finding the stupid throne or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The more interesting thing has always been the characters for me.
Well, for
No,
me,
definitely.
the most interesting thing is always like the thing I get the least of, and the thing I'm the most interested in
one more?
is what is the
I think that's
world
it.
like?
But they won't be able to follow you up anyway.
Yeah.
They won't be successful.
The thing that I
No,
want
they
to know
won't.
the
They can't
most is
climb.
what is the world
oh,
like
actually, there's no climb point there. Never mind.
outside of Lordran or Drangleic or Lothric.
Yeah, you don't need that too much, but it is kind of weird that they never
Before
really
you heal
even
yourself, you're
do
gonna
anything.
at least take the other so out so you don't
Yeah.
stack
just
poison.
quickly nail them and then heal. Just get both of them. Don't worry about getting hit by the blade.
I do love how in 3 they're just like, yeah, Astora and Venheim and all that's already, they're all back. Just forget about it.
Well, they're
Yeah,
back, but
definitely.
they're not back.
And I'm still plagued, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
still plague.
absolutely.
Whatever, I'll just do it.
Yeah, so kill the other two and then clear the room and then deal with the other guy. Also, I will be right back. I received a phone call. Sorry.
This
It's
code
for
guys-
you.
Shit.
Marrowstone? What's Marrowstone?
It's
It's
an
to
upgrade
give
item.
you bleed weapons, I think.
Ah, get it? Because they're bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so cute when they hop up and down like that.
Yeah.
Kill them.
totally.
Kill them
Kill
all.
them all. So, as far as what you guys have gotten up to in 3, who would you say your favorite character is?
My favorite character so far.
Yeah, like all the NPCs that you've run into.
I like, despite his very short time in the game, I'm a huge fan of Yol. I really, really,
yeah, yeah.
really like
Yol's
Yol
really
a lot.
cool.
I love how weird his arc is and how like shocking it was to see him just dead.
I really liked the merchant who you bring the bone to. I forget his name.
Grey Rat.
Grey Rat.
Grey Rat's awesome.
I liked
Grey Rat's
Grey
my
Rat.
favorite.
I liked Yorm, who, I mean, like some bosses, is kind of a character in his own way. And
I mean, he doesn't have he doesn't have lines or anything.
he doesn't have lines, but there's a lot of plot dump if you read his weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the associated stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool, like his actions.
Archon Noise says Yol gave me an STD.
Well, yeah,
Kind of.
He'll do that.
kind of his thing.
Yep.
Yol, you're gross.
And I like the magician guy.
Orbeck of Vinheim.
I don't know. He wouldn't fucking talk to me
He's-
because my magic was too low.
Yeah, he won't talk to me either.
What an asshole.
He'll talk to me now
one of the
because I
advantages-
gave myself a point of int. So I
Right.
gotta go talk to him actually.
Right.
Because if I respec,
I-
I'm gonna dump that point of int for sure. Right?
I almost always have 10-10 on all of my builds, just so that I can use like Karthus Flame or something like that, and that's it.
Yeah, actually, I used Karthus Flame the other day. It's super cool.
That is really good for the amount of investment.
Yeah,
You should roll to the left on those guys because they always swing to the right, and that's what's nailing
By the way,
you.
congratulations, Wooly, you did it.
My favorite guy is the cool badass that was holding the big giant hammer mace thing. That was like,
Igon.
you want to talk?
Egon.
You want to talk to that stupid shitty girl that can't even hold flames? Fuck it, be my guest.
I'm
He's
super
Lautrec
cool.
number 2 in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
who himself was kind of another character from this game you haven't met yet.
Yeah.
And I
Who-
think actually like him a little bit better than Lautrec, although Lautrec is much more cartoony.
Lautrec
it's
is a
silly.
weirdo, man.
I also really like what's her face, the girl who you help fight that guy in the boss room later on.
Henry?
Cirrus?
Yes, exactly. She's awesome.
There are
Her
multiple
little
lady
thing.
characters that fit that profile.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm saying it in a non-spoilery way.
Dude, I saw your girlfriend's status where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
Liam's like, hey, what's that Vita game I got in Japan with the girl in it on the cover? And she's like,
The impossible question.
she's just like, question marks? What?
Yeah, but then she answered it first shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
wow.
it was a specific thing because we were in Japan and I was really happy I got it.
That's true love,
yeah,
man.
yeah. It was really funny though.
Because
for sure.
I fucking fell apart reading
I
that.
caught that.
So good.
No, it was sick.
All right.
You gotta climb up and drop down.
Yeah, because that looks like I can fall. So
Yep.
let's
There you
not
go.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You're gonna
I was
want to.
asking about
You're gonna want
characters.
to equip the full moon
Yeah,
grasses
no, I got into sort of
probably
a-
because the
Yeah,
crescent
you,
moons
you
are
could
giving
probably
you
chop
really
up
low
one of
healing.
those.
This is also
You're
the
probably
boss.
running out of those anyways.
No, they've been dropping like nuts.
Well, we have a big pro tip for you. If you have any turpentine,
That's,
would be a
that's
good-
what I was going to
now would
get.
be a time.
Well, actually, I will be a spy here for a second. There is a specific ledge that you can stand on once you first get in there that you can just
You don't
stand
have any
there and
regular
shoot arrows
turpentine?
up and down.
But
So
unfortunately,
if you
they've
have
got no
arrows, that'd probably
yeah.
be the best thing to do.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got
he
he's got none.
Okay.
So I've just got the black turpentine.
That's super strong.
Yep.
You have
Go
one.
for it if
I
you
got
want.
one.
Maybe don't use it the first time.
Maybe don't.
Maybe don't.
Or maybe do. I don't know. Fuck it. All right, woo! You made it to the boss. Congrats.
Turn up for what? Says chat. Nasty. I don't like that.
It's just a pile of leeches.
I don't like that name.
It's the leech
Oh, I
monger.
got back just
All
in
right,
time.
I'm dropping.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
dropping.
Drop. Sure.
No, I'm not.
Oh! Oh! I got excited. I got super excited. The
Good
Wooly
luck,
would
Willie.
just sniper's perch.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
the spot
anything to
right
snipe
there.
with, though.
You have fire arrows. You could fuck his day all up.
Oh my god, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Or spells, yeah.
Fuck his whole asshole up, Larry.
Pyromancy.
You can start dropping now if you want to.
That's a different sniper.
Not all the way down, but see, there's like multiple levels. So
Yeah. Well,
It's fire tree branches with rats tied on the end of them.
I don't. I mean, let me see what I'm dealing with before I start doing like
Sure.
fancy
That's
drops
what
again.
you're dealing with.
just
And,
a
let's-
piece of advice: maybe hold your shield up. You might get lucky and block something. You might not. You probably won't.
It's conceivable.
Just do more damage to him than he does to you. And you'll win the game.
Don't touch the icky part. You know the icky part?
The whole wiener.
The whole
But-
wiener.
but Plague,
See
no,
that?
that is
See
astute.
that wiener part?
Yep.
That's on you?
Don't
It's-
touch that. bit.
Don't touch that part. It's fucking gross.
All right.
Yeah, see
Oh,
the
you,
part of him that looks like ass hairs? Don't touch it.
Due to the way the fall damage in this game works, you could have dropped even well before this.
Oh no! Shit! Shit! Shit!
True. Oh, you're fine.
I
you
love
were
how
made of
gross
leeches,
this
would you
fight
throw
is.
yourself?
It's super gross.
So the leeches are effectively a status element. They're neither plague nor poison. They just do a bunch of damage
They're
to you.
just gonna
So
keep doing that.
yeah, exactly.
Man, I fought him with a fire weapon. I can't believe how much more damage he took from that.
Fire
Like
weapon,
I
yeah.
said, stuff here is
Unbelievably
really weak
strong.
against fire.
I love how the little leeches on here is like a foundation, where it's constantly just pulsing up in the air.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
You're,
an
you're, you're doing good though.
Yeah, he's not that tough. He's one of the easier bosses in the game.
Now you jinxed it.
Oh, that's a double swing.
You would have to be a real coward and loser to die to him.
Yeah, you'd have to be a real piece of shit. Like subhuman almost.
Yeah. but he's effectively just a big anus.
Well, the thing about him is that his damage output isn't that high,
Yeah.
and like that, it hurts, but it knocks you down and keeps you safe
Like
from the rest of it.
Like his only strength is the leech status ailment, and it's not even that good. And
It's-
other than that, his projectile.
especially not when you're running like a fucking regen build.
Yeah.
Well, he can also regenerate his health, and if you try and snipe him, he sometimes will.
Yeah. But you can fight that pretty effectively.
Yeah, honestly, well, I'd say that if you feel confident, you can use
fire.
the fire.
You
Yeah, you're
can't
doing
buff a blessed weapon, though.
Ah, I guess you can't. You would
But
need
you
a.
can use
He's
fire
healing,
bombs.
by the way.
Yeah, that's a
He
heal.
has continue swapping, but he's not efficient at it.
I mean,
Gross.
I guess if you had a weapon in your right hand, but I think the regen is really helping deal with that status.
Absolutely.
Oh,
so it's
totally.
Probably really good.
That is weird.
What?
The fact
How
that
he
like he
regen-
did a straight and it hit Wooly with his like his weird elbow part.
Yeah, that's very weird.
That's fine, Wooly. You
If,
can.
if he didn't have those hitboxes, you would literally not be getting hit by anything, though.
So now you can switch to two-handed.
Nail him, nail him, nail him.
Is that
Huh,
that
that's
heals him.
unusual. Like, that's unusual. That turns into, this is fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
an hour in.
So so this is the time
It's
when
fine.
I fill out your bingo card and say it's a DPS race.
Yeah.
You have to kill him before he kills you.
You use light attacks. Use light attacks.
Those
Yeah.
are lights.
Those are lights with two
That's
hands?
the heavy.
Okay,
Yeah.
shit. My bad. Sorry about that.
The mace looks like everything is heavy.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm so unaccustomed to using maces at all, so.
Same
Oh,
with
you
the
don't
Wishing
care for maces, Liam Chan?
No, no.
Look at this damage. Look at this big damage. Look at him heal.
Same.
Look at that
But they're
anti-damage.
just not great. They're not great Souls games.
This is
Well,
just the fucking.
He's getting there, though.
This is the regeneration
From-
battle of the ages.
But he's taking him out.
Push their katanas. Yeah.
Who
You're
can
a
who
raging
can
bitch.
cheese
No,
this
you're a
fight
raging
out
bitch.
harder, the boss or you?
Leechmonger or Wooly? Yeah.
Yeah, like seriously, it's the same mechanic.
Yeah, get in there.
It's,
You're good. You're good.
Late mirror match.
I knew you were gonna heal, and that was a smart decision.
Yep.
Right, it's a mirror match. Wooly is made of
There you
leeches.
go. So that's probably
Yay.
one of the easiest bosses, if not the easiest
Yeah,
boss.
no, the real boss was the zone.
If you hit him with a fire weapon, he just starts to eat his own shit all over.
So
and
go
start-
touch that stone right away, but then there's a bunch of items here you should just swing back for real quick.
Yeah.
The stone popped
stone's
up.
It was
in front
right
of
in
you.
front of you before, but you,
Now it's behind
So,
you. Now it's in front of you.
Wooly,
Now it's to
Now
your
it's to
left.
your left.
in the more
Right
modern
there.
games,
Now
it's kind
it's-
of gotten to more.
There it
It's gotten
goes.
to where, it's gotten to where the actual
Just- yeah.
zones are a lot easier, but the bosses are way more difficult. Whereas this one, obviously, it's the zone that's the main problem, right?
Yeah.
So which
sure.
one of those do you actually think you prefer?
Great club.
I don't know. That's tough.
I like
actually.
when the zone is hard because it's fun to stomp a boss every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed a bunch of
I,
items. by the way.
I kind of miss that in the
There's
newer
like,
games.
There's like 2 right there.
Anything up?
Well, there's 2 right on the ground there. There's 1.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking
There's
above.
three.
Wooly, go back
actually.
into the swamp and get those items.
Thank God this is not poison water.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Oh,
wouldn't,
This
yeah.
that,
boss would have been
wouldn't that change
No,
the whole
a
dynamic?
whole fucking different
Now you
story.
gotta-
It's a really, really good thing that none of the bosses in this area have anything like that.
I think there's still one more.
There's one there, and then there's one through the wood right over
Oh,
there.
yeah,
too.
there are items all over the place.
Like
in
if
this
you
whole
if you
Yeah, I
roll,
see that.
I think you can roll through that.
Hit it. Yeah. Good
You-
roll.
oh, no,
Good
you can't
roll.
roll through it.
Good roll again.
There you go.
Yeah. These are good rolls.
So, just
Can you
Wooly,
swing through
if-
this one too, or no? That's the end. That's the end. Yeah.
That's the end.
That's the end of that.
The shards and chunks of faint stone you just picked up can be used to upgrade your blessed mace, and upgrading blessed weapons in this game also improves the rate at which they regenerate health.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but like you said, you can't equip. You can't
You
like.
should go level up.
Yeah, dude.
Is this not the end of a path?
This is the start of
This
5-2.
is the start of the second area.
That's how it works in this game.
yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
expecting
like
that
you'll
to be
continue on from here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You were expecting like a teleport point, like Fool's
Teleport
Idol
point,
or something.
exactly.
Oh, right.
No,
Yeah,
no.
totally
Some of them are
understandable.
just like contiguous.
Keep
Yeah.
walking. So yeah, so like I
You've got a
can't-
lot of souls items, by the way. So.
Yeah, you're
So
sitting
close to
on
the Burning
a
Hammer.
bunch of.
and I
them.
can't, and yeah, so I can't put like turpentine or anything like that on
On the
any
blessed
magical
weapon.
item.
On a blessed weapon.
But
on a
I
blessed,
had
like,
completely forgotten about that.
Does
a
that apply
weapon-
to my was my other sword
Crescent.
Crescent? Yeah, was that blessed?
Nobody saw that.
Uh,
Yeah,
yours-
crescent weapons can't
any-
be in buffed either.
I thought
Any
it was
weapon-
blessed.
Well, blessed and crescent. The way it works, there's the rule is any weapon that has an elemental infusion sort of deal in this game, you cannot add a buff to it.
Mr. Lister, the Sister Fister, contiguous means like there's continuity between the 2 points. It continues.
Okay, so
That's a good name too.
Morning Star.
Now,
Let's see.
Wooly,
what's it about.
this is just
Yeah.
some food for thought here. You could level up, or if you find you've been having trouble with recovery items, you could spend some of your souls on those instead,
So-
or on some cheap arrows.
So I'm gonna go ahead and to me that's not an option from playing these games a little bit before. Like always go for levels.
So that's the advice I've been drilling into you for like
Yeah.
years now.
It-
It's like
it
because
doesn't-
the
yeah.
consumables will go away, your
Learn-
levels won't.
and keep retrying until you're not
The-
using consumables.
Yeah.
et cetera, et
There is
cetera.
one point in this game where you're gonna
Now
want to
seek
just
a
buy
soul
99
power
arrows
dost thou
and
know?
just
Oh, for that boss that you
Oh.
can just
Touch the
crap out or
demon
whatever.
Nope.
inside me.
That other thing.
yeah.
Not a dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
How many dragons can be in these
I keep
games
the
that you
candles
shoot to
lit
death
and
from a
serve the brave
distance?
demon slayers
Will
bunch.
like
every
Fun.
single one have one? Yes. Except for Bloodborne.
I
I
think-
better.
Maybe
Yeah, we
that's
have it
something
now.
we could do during an intermission, is just shoot that dragon.
motherfucker.
Because that way people wouldn't have to sit through this on stream while we it'll probably take closer to
So,
150
just hang out on
arrows.
He's
that-
just gotta upgrade his bow to like a
Hang
plus
out
10
on that
spider
screen for a
bow.
bit, and
That'll
then
be fine.
Spy can give us pro tips.
I'm listening to her talk. That's and like there's no subtitles there, unfortunately. But I really wish every game did this.
You guys have some pro tips?
Well, we've been saying
All
that
on
ever
luck.
since Demon Souls, Wooly.
Yeah. So you can't see what you're gonna get, right? No, you can see it right there when it shows
Yeah, it's
up.
right there.
But you can't do the whole like one over here, one over here, one over here, and see what you get for your money.
Right.
Yeah, you
this
only
is
see the
before
stats that it
unfortunately.
affects. Yeah.
Why do people keep screaming dragon? Oh, because I was talking
Dragon!
about dragon. You're drowning in soul
I've
items,
got
so
lots
you,
of
you
souls.
can
I know.
easily get
I
another level.
remember.
Main thine.
Cool.
Easy. Also,
Oh, Wooly, Chie is he's been trying to message you through Skype. Can I tell you that that my audio is still
Yeah.
too quiet?
Chat's been losing
Oh.
their minds about.
Damn it! Sorry, Chie. Like the scrolling thing wasn't moving down, so I thought you guys just weren't saying anything.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about Twitch chat is it has to be at the very bottom or you won't see chat move.
All right. Let's take a second. Yeah, it might be a good idea to
Wooly,
take a second.
if you reset the stream, I would highly suggest you quitting to the main menu so that you don't accidentally kill any NPCs.
Yeah, just putting down the
Yeah.
controller and taking a swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna fix the sync, and we're gonna come back, level up, and do
In like
all
what, 2 minutes or
do all our
something?
jazz.
Shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
give us a minute or two.
That'll let me and Liam play with each other's penises.
Oh boy.
That won't take long.
Oh, that's what you guys
Not
do
at all.
off camera.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
All right. BRB.
BBL?